stay this free, and I would never let you go. 'Cause of you, don't wanna waste another minute without you. I will love you in the dark, and if you ever fall out, please don't leave me out, 'cause I will love you till I'm gone. If you just hold on.
What's up, Franklin? Welcome back
to the channel. So today we're gonna be doing a Q&A, just answering your most asked questions.
What'd you see, Fufu?
I knew that was gonna happen.
What was
as
it?
soon as she meowed, it was
Oh,
a
it
kitty.
was kitty.
It's a kitty, Fufu.
There's been a lot of questions that you guys have been asking in our DMs that have gone unanswered, so
It's not like we're intentionally not answering them. It's just our lives are just,
we're busy. We're real people in real life. We have a
Yeah.
lot going on.
and everything's changing all the time.
Yeah, it just, like, having one kid is a lot going on. We have 3, so
Well, actually, we have 4.
4.
Fufu. And I mean, some of these are questions that we don't generally want to answer. So just to make it a little bit interesting for you guys, we're gonna answer some questions we wouldn't normally answer.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, I guess this would be, I would ask this question too if we watched us and didn't know the backstory.
Question 1.
What were your plans before you started YouTube, job-wise?
What were our plans?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we were so young in our relationship and life that we didn't really have long-term plans aside from I always had music goals and
We always had goals, but we never really, you were in construction.
yeah, I was in working construction and
And
honestly
I was a stay-at-home mom.
yeah, I worked crazy hours, so, and you were a mom before YouTube, so yeah, we honestly were busy way before YouTube, and so we never really, I don't think,
We
in
went
that
to college.
moment.
We took a
college course for phlebotomy, and by the time we paid for the schooling and
We
got
were done
out,
with it.
the pay wasn't worth what we invested.
And we were kind of just I don't know, our
Life just took us a different route.
Yeah.
So
The class was fun though.
it was very fun. I love it, and I'm
and
glad
I
we
love
did it.
doing it together.
I'm glad that we did it, and it was a lot of fun.
But it is cool that we have that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, someone said body count. If I'm being completely transparent, I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything.
Honestly,
But
when you're
you.
married, you don't really talk about that. I mean, maybe in the beginning stages of life, you talk about that kind of stuff, but when you're in a real, true marriage, you don't really talk about.
But I couldn't even talk about it because I literally
Yeah, not
don't
now,
remember.
but we did years and years and years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
of course. But that kind of stuff doesn't matter whenever you're 7. We're about to be 7 years.
You're the only one I've been with.
Yeah.
Really.
1.
But honestly, my memory is so bad, and plus, that part of our lives is so long ago.
And it just doesn't matter.
Guys, we've been together for almost 6 years.
No.
being married.
We've
I
almost,
just said being married.
Yeah. We've almost been married for 6 years. We've been together for almost 8 years.
Yeah, that's almost a decade. That's a
Yeah.
long time, I feel
That's
like.
crazy.
For high school sweethearts, I think that's a long time. Do you want to answer that or no?
Sure. Question is, why don't you see Garrick's mom? My birth mother, she passed away. I'm trying to figure out how I should touch that because
I can see why people could be.
yeah, it's
confused.
definitely a confusing situation because I have the woman that my dad is with now. That's Amy. That's my stepmother. She has been in the picture since I was, I want to say 10. She's been in the vlogs. You guys have seen her. And then another woman, Betsy. That's who I believe to be my mom from the time I was 2 until I was 8.
She's been in the vlogs too.
She's been in the vlogs
So
too.
I can see why that's confusing.
Yeah, it's definitely confusing. And I still reach out to her. We still talk. To me, she is my mom. I found out when I was 8, so I was just too young to really truly understand what was going on. So I never took that away from the situation. She was always my mom to me. I actually have a brother, a half brother that I've never even met with the same mom. So there's just this whole dynamic to that side of the family that's just always been kind of weird. Not weird, just I don't really, it is weird because I don't really talk about it, and I don't talk to them at all, any bit of that side of the family.
Just unanswered questions.
Yeah, there's lots of unanswered questions and stuff like that, so I know if you guys are confused, I'm just as confused. So yeah, there's that.
Oh, this is a good one. What's your least favorite part of being parents?
Least favorite part of being parents?
We always answer the mushy, what's the best part of being a mom or a dad? What's the least favorite part?
I mean, there's always negatives and positives to everything, but like, what do you say? Like, oh, whenever they at the same time, I guess. Like, I don't
wouldn't
know.
really say there's like, I mean, yeah, things.
There's
get
little
hard.
things here and there, but there's nothing that you're ever just like, this is the reason why I don't want to be a parent.
Yeah, no.
Nothing like
never.
that.
I
Nothing like
never
that. But I
had
could
a
say
thought.
if you're just like, okay, that if you could put something at the top of your list where like, okay, this is the worst thing that's ever happened, without it being a traumatic event, obviously, I would say like all three of the kids screaming at the same time in the car.
Yeah, oh, in
Having
the car.
to go somewhere.
That's the worst.
Those times are the
That's
ones where
the
you're
worst.
like, oh, this is fun.
And it sucks even more because, like, a lot of the time you...
Like you can't
if
figure out what it
can't-
is that you want, what they need, or like...
Not even that, but
Or it's just
toddlers just like
it's
if
the
their
most
pencil breaks,
Yeah,
like you
it's
can't
anything.
fix it. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, we got to get a new one. And it's like, no, I don't want a new one, type of thing.
Yeah, I
Like,
want this
you
one,
can't
but it's broken.
fix
You
it.
can't fix it. Yeah.
And so that has
Those
been
types of things are
challenging.
hard and challenging because like they don't understand the full
Picture.
picture.
Yeah.
They just don't see it.
Are you planning to cut Wilder's hair? No hate, I love it.
No.
But we get a lot of questions about Wilder's hair. Oh my
Nope.
goodness.
We will not be cutting Wilder's hair, not until he wants to. He loves his hair. We ask him all the time, do you want to cut your hair?
Because, like, we do see that it gets in his eyes and stuff, and so we have asked him, like, Wildy, do you want a haircut? Because he has had a haircut before, like, trims and stuff. And he's always like, no, Mom, I like my long hair.
Yeah.
So, and we like it, too.
He
I
yikes
can't
it.
see Wilder. He yikes it. That's how he says it. I can't see Wilder with short hair. Can you?
Mm-mm.
Like, I can't imagine it. Like, I will cry the day that
Yeah,
he
I
gets
don't
short
know.
hair.
I like his long hair.
If you guys have another baby, would you wish for it to be a boy or a girl? I'm kind of
At
curious.
this point, I don't really care because it doesn't matter. We've said this a million times. But like at this point, I feel like I would want a girl just because we have
To
two
make
boys
it even.
and a girl. Yeah, it would just be
But honestly, it really
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Do y'all still plan on adopting after taking on the role of being a mother of 3? We get this question a lot too because you guys know we took you guys along the journey of fostering and then we wanted to adopt, and
It is
Yes.
something that we want to do in the future. It's not something that we'll be taking on anytime soon just because like we have 3 of our own kids. Like when you have 3 of your own kids, it just like it's a little
especially
bit different
while
aspect.
they're really little.
Yeah, like there's a lot of little things that need attention.
A lot of things I don't want to miss out on.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we don't want to miss out on. There's a lot of like
Not saying we'd miss out, but you guys get what
you get the
we
picture.
mean.
Like having another kid like obviously diverts that attention somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have 10 kids and give them every bit of
It's like
attention
Courtney
that they
Here's a Who.
deserve.
Like
Yeah.
he only gets 3 seconds with all of his kid
Yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah.
But that is one of our biggest goals, I feel like, or mine at least. I've always, and we talk about it all the time, like how incredible it's going to be when one day we are able to adopt. So yes, we do plan on doing that. If one of your kids becomes part of the LGBTQ community, will you support them?
Absolutely. Let's say first and foremost, I don't care what sexual orientation they have. They're not doing anything until they're out of the house.
Yeah.
That's just something that I don't.
Well,
they're
we're gonna
literally-
try.
We're gonna try our best. You know what I'm saying? Like they're 3 years old. Like we do, I look at them as just little babies. And I feel
I don't
like we
even wanna
always
think
will.
about that
I
part
don't want
right
to think
now.
about that stuff. But yes, when the time comes when it's boyfriend girlfriend, it doesn't matter to us.
Yeah,
It's
no.
love is love at the end of the day.
As long as they're happy, I don't
Yeah,
care.
love, and it's about being happy in this world. Yes, we 100% support that. I'm trying to think like what kind of person you would be to not love your kid,
regardless
of what
Even
what does
if-
that have anything to do with you at the end of the day?
Yeah, right. Even if you don't agree,
You should never disown your kid or not support your kid for their sexual orientation. It's just like that'll make no sense to me.
yeah, I will
No
never
sense.
understand that. Do you have an exercise routine? Not that chasing kids isn't enough.
No, we don't.
I would really like to start getting back into working out because we were
I
going
used to.
strong there for a second. Do you remember?
Yes, we did. And before that though,
What
like
happened to that?
you want to go there?
Me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
okay.
ready, son.
Okay.
Anyways, I used to have a routine, and my dad always used to tell me 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups a day is all you need. And I know that really sounds like a lot for people who can't even do 10. I would say start off with what you can do, and eventually you'll get to this like point where you crave it, and you'll want to do more, and you'll want to do
I
more.
want to find that point. There's just so many questions about, just wondering why don't you talk about your side of the family, what happened between Zoe and her side of the family. So this is a touchy subject, which is why I don't really talk about it often, but I don't the only people I talk to from my side of the family that you guys have probably seen
Your aunt.
is, yes, my aunt and my grandma, which is Nina. That's like my immediate family that I talk to. My dad did not want to be in the picture kind of since the beginning, and so I don't talk to him. Garrick's actually met him like 2 times, right? Because I did for a second there try to like regain that relationship back, but
Just didn't
there's
work
just
out
a lot of like, there's a lot of addiction that runs in my family and from my mom and my dad, so I kind of just don't talk to either of them because I don't want to put my family in a place of toxicity. I feel like maybe if I didn't have kids, things might be different with my mom.
For sure.
But it comes to a point where it's like, I don't want my kids to know anything that I grew up knowing. I'm just very strict about who I let in my kids' life. My mom has met Wilder once or twice. Hazel.
She hasn't met Hazel or Venture.
She hasn't met Hazel or Venture. I haven't seen my mom since Wilder was about 6 months old. It's just a very touchy subject, which is why I don't talk about it a lot. Maybe one day I'll sit down and tell you guys more in detail, and it might even help somebody else that might be going through the same thing, but right now I'm just not ready to do that. Someone said, is your house clean?
To answer that question, is our house clean? Depends on what time you ask that question. All throughout the day, no, our house is not clean. When we wake up in the morning, typically, yes, the house is clean.
But it gets destroyed.
It gets destroyed, and then we try to pick up again at night. But, like, if you have kids, you know. If you don't, you honestly have absolutely no idea.
It's like a tornado every single day.
You have no idea.
Who's most likely to discipline the kids?
Me. I am way better at the discipline.
I feel like Garrick and I discipline in very different ways, I feel like. If that's one thing, like, in our parenting, and I'm sure so many people can relate to this, it's just, like, the difference the husband and wife might have while parenting.
The only thing that I will say is that no matter what, at the end of the day, no matter what your views are or what my views are, we both discipline out of love. Her patience is definitely better than mine.
I will say, though, like, you're able to be more stern with them, whereas
and stop a situation.
I can be a pushover sometimes, and I think that stems all from your childhood. I think everything that you do when you're a parent stems from your childhood. So, like, when I don't yell a lot because I grew up with a lot of yelling and toxicity and stuff, and so it kind of, like, triggers my anxiety and stuff when things get, like, really loud and there's a lot going on. So I try to, like, be the more, okay, Wilder, or okay, Hazel, like, it's okay. And sometimes toddlers don't respond to that. Like, you have to be stern sometimes, and I feel like that's where we balance each other out really well. And don't get me wrong, I can be stern, but a lot of the time I'm not. I just parent in kind of a different way. Do you get recognized in public?
Yeah, sometimes we do, which is really cool because we love it when people actually say stuff to us. Sometimes people will...
We got a DM, sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to forget this. We got a DM the other day of someone recording us in Target in Orlando.
That's kind of what I was about to say.
That was what you were about to say. Yeah. But they were recording us in Orlando and, like, from behind, and they were like, oh, I'm sorry, I was so shy. Like, I wish I said something to you, but I didn't. And I just wish that you guys, I know it can be, like, strange.
Yeah, just, guys, listen, you might not even know what to say to a stranger, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, we're just normal people, so don't be afraid to come up to us, don't be afraid to talk to us. It's you guys that supporting us that make us feel like we're doing something for somebody, you know what I mean? We hope that at the end of the day, you take something from our videos and you can roll with it. You can get through the day or just smile or just... I don't know, like, just something good from it.
Oh, okay, this is a good question. Do you guys think you'll ever have a wedding?
Yes, actually. We really would love to do that.
We started planning a wedding a while ago, and we kind of just, like, called it quits because there was so much going on in our life at that time. And then, like, COVID hit and all this stuff, and I think... we don't have a specific date, but I definitely do want to, like, get our family and our friends together and have some kind of ceremony because... I don't know if we've talked about this before, but we had a huge wedding plan when Garrick first asked to marry me. And we invited all of our friends and all of our family, and it was huge. And we sent out invitations, we got decorations, we did the whole thing. And we had to call it off at the last minute. I remember I was so devastated. I had a dress, I had, like, everything. And we still got married, obviously, but we called off the ceremony because we had to... like leave our house situation. We were living.
We were in a very, very toxic situation, and it all ties into kind of like the family dynamic type thing. At that point in our life, both sides of our family were a little bit weird about our relationship, just because they didn't really understand it, I guess. I don't know, like it just, to them it came out of nowhere, but to us, like, we were the ones spending the time together and like doing the stuff you do to like form a relationship. So like,
long story.
Yeah, it's a long story.
But yes, we do plan on having a whole wedding.
Yes, that's how far we went off.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into
to
a lot of these questions. I wish we would have been vlogging back then.
I know, that would have been crazy. How are you, I get this question a lot. How are you breastfeeding without bras? LMAO, I could never. And I can totally relate because I had this, you're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
But I had this problem whenever I had Hazel because I breastfed Wilder, but only for like a week. And then I breastfed Hazel for a while, so I leaked everywhere all the time. And I could not wear a bra everywhere. I complained about it all the time because I'm used to just not wearing a bra.
We just turned them into squirt guns.
I think with Venture, I'm able to not wear a bra all the time because I feel like my boobs are just used to it at this point. I really don't know, but I don't leak as much. A lot of people are asking about like my family coping with not speaking with family members, so I don't know. I feel like I should think about doing like a whole video on that because I know so many people have like so many issues like with family problems. Yeah, because
family is, it's hard.
Yeah.
I got my problems. You got your I'm just kidding. You're perfect.
Everyone has their problems though. I don't know, but it is a hard thing, especially not like talking to my immediate family, like my own mom and dad. It is hard, and honestly, my coping mechanism is just like blocking it out and not thinking about it, but I definitely would not recommend that because it's gonna come back and it's gonna bite me at some point. Do you think Venture will have long hair like Wilder?
That all depends on if it grows.
Yeah, he's a little bald baby right
yeah,
now.
I don't know.
What's my dream job?
Honestly,
this is my dream job.
This is our dream job. I try to sit here and count my blessings every single day and just go back to whenever I was working my butt off for like no pay, and I could never see the kids, and like I had no time with you, and like, oh my god.
We're so grateful and blessed.
We're very grateful and very lucky.
If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even be where we are today, so I don't even know how to put that into words.
I'm just very grateful, very blessed.
Yes. So many people are asking for a Venture update, and I'll do that on my channel. If you guys, some of you might not know, but I have my own channel, and I just kind of do like random things that I wouldn't normally post on here, and I've been doing the updates on there, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it right here. Why does Hazel have to wear an eye patch? That's a highly asked question.
Yeah, she has a condition in her eye that causes it to, like, it's basically a lazy eye.
I will put the name of it right here.
Well, she was wearing eye patches to try to correct that eye, so basically they put it over the good eye to strengthen the bad eye.
Forces her to use
It forces her to use the bad eye, and it just hasn't been working.
It's just hard because she takes it off all the time, and we talked about it a little bit before in a few videos back, but yeah, it's just very hard. So we're thinking about getting her surgery, but we might get a second opinion. I don't really know, but it's just a lot that goes into it. That'll have to be a whole video within itself, but basically we're trying to correct her weaker eye.
Listen, y'all. I'm seeing Zoe scroll through these, and literally it's, when's the next baby coming? Are y'all thinking about a new baby? No? We're not thinking about a new baby right now. But yes, eventually I guarantee you we'll have another one. We're just very blessed to have 3 beautiful kids that are healthy and happy.
That's all.
That's all that matters in life.
How old are the kids? I'm just confused. If you're new to our channel, I can see why that would be confusing also. So, Venture, we just had him. I just had him. I'm taking the credit for that. 3 months ago. So Venture's 3 months old. Hazel is 2 years old. Wilder is 3 years old. How do you make time for each other? Foofity. How do you make time for each other with all the kids?
I feel like that's another one that we've touched base on a few times.
But it's just repetitive because I think so many people have
But that's a good question because, like,
problem.
Some of these questions can be repetitive because life changes no matter what. The kids don't go to bed at 7 o'clock every single night, you know what I'm saying? Like, life is just different. Like, life changes, stuff happens, the kids slept a little bit longer for a nap, or like we were out and we didn't get home in time to like get them in bed in time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's just lots of things that go into it. But we just try, I guess is the best way to put it. We just try to make an effort to spend time together. Sometimes it might feel like too much time gets in between to where we're literally like physically like, okay, let's throw our phones away.
have
Let's
to,
talk
like-
about something. Like let's go and do something.
And
Like,
sometimes we schedule in like specific time for each other because we have so much on both of our plates that it can be overwhelming. And I can see why this is a repetitive question, because I'm sure
the whole world's probably
world
going through that.
Yeah, because there's just not enough hours in the day.
And I will say that's a huge, that kind of ties in with like how to have a successful relationship, is to also just by making time for each other, because like if you're not on the same wavelength, you kind of like
Yeah, I get really grumpy.
just- yeah,
when
you
I
just-
don't have
you
time
naturally
with
just get off sync. So yeah, I
you.
will
Why
say
do dogs do this?
they like I don't know.
Fucking weirdo.
They just like, they're like, something's in there. I gotta get.
So many people are asking if we're moving. So our lease is up at our house, at this house right now. We're renting and it's going to be up soon. And we have some really exciting news coming up that you guys should be on the lookout for. But yes, we don't plan on renewing our lease here. Are you still putting Wilder and Dance? Yes. I'm definitely putting both Wilder, Hazel, and Venture. They are all going to be in Dance, I promise.
I can just see them all like doing the same dance. Like
I
they
can't
all-
wait. I did dance whenever I was a little girl, and that's like my best memories.
Like Wilder will be doing it the best. Like if the dance is this, right? He'll be doing this. Hazel will be like kind of moving. And
No,
like,
that's literally
kinda,
how it
and
would
then
be.
Venture would be like,
No,
'cause he'll be
Hazel.
lower.
Hazel would definitely be like
yeah,
barely
just
moving.
barely doing it. Like looking,
like,
looking
still
off to the
having-
side, like.
So many people ask where my glasses are from that I'm not wearing right now because I can't find them. But I get them from I Love, I Buy Direct, and Zenny Optical.
How do you just know that off the top of your head?
Because I've had to buy so many pairs of glasses because I lose them all the time and I cannot see.
Here's Louise. Quit breaking them.
How is Hazel doing with the binky? The binky is very, very hard. Patty, that's literally all she says. Because she loves her Patty and it's so hard for me to let it
Here's
go.
the thing, guys. Here's something that I believe. Everybody like wants to rush to the next thing. When are they gonna get off the bottle? When are they gonna get off the passy? When are they gonna start talking? When are they gonna do this? When are they gonna do that? Just let the kids be kids. Yeah, there's you want them to hit the markers. Like normal kids. I say normal kids. No kids are normal.
But not every kid meets
Not
the
every
markers.
kid hits the marker right on the dot. Not the 9-month this and the.
We are
You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
get her off the Passy.
We are trying to get her off the passy, but
We're not
I'm
in, like, a
really
huge
not in a
rush.
huge rush, because as soon as we do, that's over with and it's done, and then she's on to the next thing.
Yeah, we're doing it like slowly. Like we're not cutting it cold turkey. Because with Wilder, he was ready. Like he understood what we were saying. I'm not saying Hazel doesn't understand, but I just feel like I don't want to just cold turkey it from
Like
her.
in 2 years, we're gonna look back on this and like we're not even gonna think about the pacifier anymore, and it's gonna have zero effect on her well-being, her life, who she is, her health, or her safety. So I really don't care to
With
rip it out of her
Wilder,
mouth right
he
now.
was like, we were like, okay, go throw it away, and he went and threw it away. Like I want Hazel to be that comfortable
Yeah.
to be able to do that. I don't want to just take away the comfort thing and just,
She's still at that age where she doesn't completely understand.
I think she understands, but Hazel is like our very emotional baby. Her emotions.
her feelings.
Her feelings, yeah. She gets her feelings hurt very, very, very easily. So we just try to tiptoe a little bit more with her because Wilder wasn't like that. But yeah, I feel like we answered a lot of questions that have been kind of repetitive, some things that have changed, and some things that we don't typically talk about, I guess. And I don't know, if you guys want to see more videos like these, let us know, because I like just like taking a second and doing Q&As sometimes because
Let's give you a round of applause.
our vlogs are hectic sometimes.
Today's Instagram shout out is Molly R. Hodge. Shout out to you. We love you so much.
We love you. Thank you for being a part of our clan and
you.
loving and supporting us. If you see this, make sure that you send
Send a DM to us so we can send you something.
Yes.
Please.
If you want to be our next Instagram shout out, all you have to do is be subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Be following us on Instagram. Post something positive on one of our most recent Instagram pics. That's all you gotta do.
If you like this video, please hit a big thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you have not
Tickle
already,
that notification bell.
so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We'll see you next time.
With all you take